We all know the story of the Good Samaritan. So, Jewish guy is walking along a road and some thugs come and beat him up and take literally everything he's got. Well, they don't take his body or anything inside of it or untangible things like thought and intelligence. So, I guess not literally everything, but you know what I mean. He's left there naked and dying. But luckily for him, a priest comes along that same road, except the priest watches this naked, bleeding man on the ground and decides, I'm just gonna cross to the other side. A priest. Then a Levite passes by and, oh, naked man, I too better cross to the other side, says the Levite in his mind. If you don't know who a Levite is, they're descendants of the tribe of Levi. They were pretty much temple assistants at the time. I don't know if they still do it because the temple. Anyways, the point is they're people you would expect help from. But then a Samaritan walked by, and as he saw this same naked man other people had ignored, he didn't feel grossed out or afraid that he might catch some disease. He felt compassion. He felt like he needed to help this person, and so he tended to him with his own wine and oil. He then put this man on his donkey and took him to an inn where he took care of him the whole night. Like, I don't know why he said it that way, that sounded dirty, but he just cleared, he took care of him in a he took care of him, is what I'm saying. And then the next morning, because he probably had stuff to do, he had to leave, so he did, but not before giving the innkeeper extra money so that he would take care of this man. And not only that, but he promised to pay any extra charges that might arise once he returned. This is a remarkable act of kindness for anyone to do, but this was a Samaritan, someone a Jew would never expect help from. Jews and Samaritans hated each other. They thought the worst of each other. Back then, if you asked a Jew a hypothetical question of who would you expect to get help from if you're attacked, a Samaritan wouldn't even register as an answer in their mind. That's what makes this story so powerful. The people you expect the most from aren't always there to have your back. Sometimes they're the first to run away at the sign of danger, or feign deafness at your cry for help. And yet, those people you might not even consider as a source of aid in your life might be the most present in your time of need. Like a man fighting for feminism, like a Muslim risking his life for an American soldier, like a homeless person giving food to the hungry, like a Christian fighting for gay rights. These are examples of modern Good Samaritans. In this story, the Samaritans were never described as evil. They were simply people Jews expected the least from. And this Samaritan not only helped, but he went above and beyond. I experienced this recently when my dog was attacked and he needed surgery. He lost an eye. Without any hesitation, I paid for the operation with my credit card, but afterwards, I had to take the hard step of asking for help publicly. To my surprise, a lot of the people who are the most present in our everyday lives didn't even show a lot of emotional support. And yet, some people I haven't talked to in years or just don't keep in touch with had the most encouraging words to say and donations to match their sentiment. Even some of you whom I've personally never met decided to help out, most with words that lifted my hope, and some of you even donated. And I know not everyone can donate, and I appreciate everything you were able to pour out my way, whether it was words that you really meant from your heart or whether you could donate. All that, along with the help of a couple people who've always been there for me and my family, amounted to $550 out of the $2,000 I needed for the surgery. I was extremely grateful for that. I didn't need any more to feel that warmth of knowing I wasn't alone, that even though some people had let me down, others had let me know that I could count on them. And then out of nowhere, an angel came along. Sweet, sweet, selfless angel Wendy. Somebody I've never met in my life, but who connected with my videos. Unlike Jews and Samaritans, I've never hated Wendy. Actually, I care a lot for her because she's been part of this community I've created for years. But she had already donated days before, and I was very grateful for it. She, along with sweet, sweet Sean, proved to me that some of you actually care. that for some of you are more than just a few minutes of distraction every once in a while. Something I kind of assumed and hoped for, but had never seen materialized in this way before. But then, as the campaign died down, Wendy spread her wings to cover the rest of the cost. In total, she donated $1,475. She went above and beyond. I was just left speechless. I eternally grateful, but unable to put into words what this act of kindness fully means to me. It makes me want to be a better person. I'm ashamed to admit that, like the priest, I've crossed to the other side way too many times. And I know we don't all have the means to help out in such a noticeable way, but we can all spread our wings if we wish to. There's always more we can do for others. And when we put the needs of others before our desires, that's when we're really a good Samaritan. See you later, crocodile.